Hello, 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 and welcome back to my channel. I'm Crystal, and this is In My Own World Tarot. I almost said unicorn. Interesting. And this is a collective reading for all signs. And I was getting prepared for my slumber. I called it, I was heading down the old dusty trail. That's what I call it when I'm about to go to sleep. Been saying that for years. Don't ask me why. But it came to me, and I started to say, and I mentioned in a few videos that I always get downloads randomly throughout the day. I'm going to start recording them and putting the videos out. So stay tuned for that. Also, the weekly readings will all still be available, but I'm going to start recording my weekly downloads. As I was getting ready for bed, I kept hearing 40 days and 40 nights of peace. And I was like, what? And then I looked at the calendar. There's exactly 40 days left until the day of Christmas. And it made me start thinking because I correlated, astrology and the zodiacs into being in conjunction with the holidays. How Scorpio is the time for transformation, looking deep within. How we go into Sagittarius when everyone is in their highest vibration of positivity and abundance, because that's what Jupiter represents. And going to the day of the holiday, quote, and I use that quote because some people don't celebrate, but just ride with me for a second, up to Christmas Day. And Christmas actually falls into Capricorn season. And as we know, Capricorn is ruled by the planet of Saturn. Saturn being the planet of karma. Now, a lot of what people would say that Libra, Venus, is the planet of karma. No, Venus is what balances out karma, but the actual staple of karma, whether the good or the bad sign, actually is factored by Saturn. And so I heard 40 days and 40 nights of peace, of clarity. So a lot of you may be going into a state of solitude, not loneliness, solitude, meaning that you're reflecting. 2022 is going to be an awesome year for those of you who take this last quarter of the year seriously and really dig deep within, because we're going to be moving into a north node of Taurus. Taurus is ruled by the planet of Venus, the side of the house of stability, of oneness, of stillness, stubbornness, of being fixed in the path that you so choose. So it would behoove you to take this last 40 days to unwind, to relax, to dig deep within, and to plan how you plan on spending the next 2.5 years with the North Node moving into Taurus. If you never tuned into my readings before, I like to pray before each and every one of my readings, so that way my energy is protected, your energy is protected as well. So let's go ahead and get into it. Great God in heaven, please allow me to tap into the energy of the collective. Any messages that they're needing, any guidance that they're seeking today. Please allow me to relay these messages to them as accurately and clearly as possible. Please protect my energy during this reading, protect the energy of those watching as well. Please continue to bless our lives with peace, abundance, prosperity, and protection. Thank you, amen, and ashe. Let's see what's going on here with the collective. What is the energy of the collective? Please elaborate on that download for me. There goes that Pluto card. I told you, Scorpio energy, which we're currently in now, transformation. Sixth house, routine. What is your routine going to be? How are you going to operate? How are you going to move through the winter solstice that's coming up? Man, I swear. I love when that shit happens. Okay. Let me clear my throat. Like this. So we got the sixth house, which is routine. Sixth house we know is ruled by Virgo energy, which is Mercury. And we also have the number 30, which works out to another number 3, which is Gemini energy, which is Mercury. So during this current time is when we're talking about Mercury, you're talking about the mind. We're talking about transportation. We're talking about movement of the internet, the ethers. We're not actually talking about transportation because that would be more in line with the chariot if you're talking about tarot. But in reality, when we're talking about transportation and movement, you really are actually talking about Mercury. But if you want to talk about in the sense of tarot, you can equate that to wands or the chariot. But for the purposes of this reading, we're talking about the mind and how you see forth moving. And as you see, this man has 4 different hands. There's many different solutions, many different ways that you can go. Which way is going to create oneness within self? And what was so funny is that what came next is Jupiter energy, which we know Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius. And then you have the number 7, which is balance, which brings me back to the point, like I said, that you need to have the optimism to create the balance, which is you need to pull in that energy of Venus on the Libra end to create the balance within Sagittarius season, to have faith in what you believe to be true within self, moving forward again with the 6, with that Mercury energy. How do you see yourself? How are you going to come off? Are you going to tap into your creativity? Are you going to tap into what you know to be true with that 29, which breaks down to an 11, which is Aquarius energy, which is Uranus, which is what is it that you know? We're coming into the energy of what are you going to give to society? What is going to be your part? And once you balance the oneness within yourself, what part will you play in society, which is Aquarius energy, Uranus? Which will create happiness, abundance, self-assuredness, the true you, which is the rising, which is the number 1, but also in alignment with the sun. Because we know when we talk about our sun sign, that's who we aspire to be. But who we actually are is the one, which is the first house, which is our rising sign. Interesting. So that was part of the download that I received here. Give me some more information. What card should I pull next? What card should I pull next? Not numerology. So we're going to pull the numerology. Let's see what we got here. I heard that song, Go Back to the Middle and Around Again. I'm going to be there to the end, 100% pure love. I don't know if that was a download or that's just a jam. I don't know. Sometimes it goes with it, but since we're in the reading and since I tapped in, it could be a part. That could mean something to somebody. I don't know. So, with numerology purposes, we have leadership with the number 81, which is the number 9, which breaks down to Jupiter energy. Interesting. If you want to talk about the number 9 is also the number of completing, not completion. That would be the number 10, but completing. Also, the number 9 is the number of the humanitarian. A lot of you may be a life path number 9. If you're listening to this, it's a possibility. And if you are a life path number 9, or the number 9 is very significant to you, this is a number of all things coming in. Because in order to get to the number 9, you have to go through 1 through 8. So a lot of you have gained a lot of knowledge and wisdom to this time. And if you haven't, you're healing yourself. The reason why you're going into solitude in order to gain this knowledge and wisdom to reach the number of 9 of completing. So you can come into completion. But you don't really want to come into completion of something because then you'll be dead. Completing is where you want to be. Correct? Correct. So then you have this healing energy of the 6-6, which breaks down to 12, which breaks down to 3. Again, with this Mercury energy. Daily affirmations or speaking to yourself in a positive way is going to be very helpful to you in this time. Reassurance of oneself in order to become this leadership and to step into the leadership. And I don't want to say a leadership of the collective. Not all of you have to be public speakers, readers, teachers. Leadership can be leadership of taking control of one's life. You be the leader of your own life. And that's what needs to be healed within self and within a collective energy, especially going into a North Node of Taurus. Well, that's interesting. Are there any more cards that I need to pull this evening? No. That is the message. Well, that is the message, you all. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you guys are going to enjoy the random collective readings that I may just pop up and do. But as routine, I will still have a weekly tarot reading every Saturday or Sunday that is posted. But throughout that time, who knows? I mean, I get downloads all throughout the day. I may record something in the middle of the day. I don't know. And just post it. Just look out for it. That's how Spirit works. Spirit don't know what time it is. I don't even know what day it is half the time. Thank goodness for alarm clocks, right? And calendars, because I wouldn't know. But you all stay blessed, stay safe, and stay protected. It has been my honor and privilege as always to share my gift with you. And I hope to help someone. Thank you so much. If you need me for anything, the information is in the description box below the video. And I will talk to you guys another time. Peace out, collective. I don't know. That was weird. Leave me alone.